Welcome back to Runner 5 Gaming, and Sky High Monkey 1.7.4 is out, and it is ready to be put into the map making Discord to try to be put into Gorilla Tag. And this video will be linked in my submission, sort of. If you clicked on it from the Discord, you know what I mean. Let's just get started. As you can see, and 1 second. I don't really like my only up maps of music, but for those who do, there's your music. So when you walk out of the virtual stump, you will have everything here that you need. And by everything you need, there's a hoverboard place right here. There's the only up. There's a store over there, and there's all your teleporters when you fall, and you have some. Here's the credits board and everything you need to know. This is the link to my Discord server where bug reports and ideas can be submitted. Here is the siren where you mute, unmute music. It's really loud. So, yeah. This is how you turn it on. For those who can't make the jump between those two platforms, there is a light pole there. But if you come over here to the nice Gorilla store, that's not really that nice, because there's not really anything here. We have 2 checkout stands, ATM that works. You can buy stuff, you can try it on with this broken mirror. Hoverboards work anywhere you want them to in the starting area, meaning you don't have to just hoverboard in here. You can hoverboard all the way over to that wall if you wanted to, for some reason. Now let's get started with the first level. Okay. Level 1. Also here to prove all of our checkpoints work, I will be purposefully falling at the end of each level and using the corresponding teleporter to show you that each teleporter works. And this will also be your guide to how to complete the only up, as there are some things that may not make sense at first glance. And also there's some jumps that are done in a specific way for difficulty reasons. And there's also tiny little shortcuts that I'm going to be showing you that you can take. I'm already taking some of them, like skipping a couple platforms here and there. And this is how you just activate the first checkpoint. You press it with your hands. Can I land on it? Can I land on it? I'm going to miss it. And that checkpoint works. Climbing up the tall tree, or taller tree, because this tree is probably taller. I know it's higher up in the sky. I was gonna say a joke, but I forgot. Here, there's a specific way to do this jump, because these are just evil. I don't really like them, they're just evil. So I just outright skip them, plus that jump is fairly easy. The lanterns are not even needed at this point. Another thing that was fixed in this update is you used to have to jump directly onto the ropes. You don't have to do that anymore. These are now fixed. The next checkpoint is here. We're jumping down. Oh, we over jumped. And that's the second checkpoint. If another Axiom or whoever does these map submission things is watching, this is another reason why I'm putting this video here, is I like explaining things through video and talking, so this is kinda why I'm making this video, is to better show off the map. And another nice skip is I just jump and skip like 90% of these pillows. And the checkpoints are close for a reason. Obviously, if they're too spaced out, it'll be really infuriating if you miss up and you're like 90% through the level, so yeah. And each level is kinda unique on its own. I sometimes jokingly call level 4 the hoverboard level, and level 5 the highway hoverboard level, and here's why. That box right there is why level 4 is known as the hoverboard level. Now, if you saw the sign for the Monkey Skate down there, it says where all the Monkey Skate locations are. And there's one right here for some reason. I don't know. Let me just jump back one, as you can see. Only at level 4 and start. Down there's the start, and this is level 4. Makes clear sense, hopefully. And if you're wondering, yes, hoverboards do work here. And if you can somehow climb up walls and gain enough speed to do so, congratulations, because I can't. I can climb walls normally in normal hoverboard, but in there, this is not enough room. Okay, where are the checkpoints? And that should be checkpoint 4. Also, enough of the confusion. The signs like that at the start of each level will just tell you what level you're going into, not what checkpoint you're at. Maybe I'll just duplicate the signs and put them at each level so it's easier. But I was gonna be honest, probably not gonna need those, hopefully. And we just continue on here. Now, this jump can be done multiple ways. I just hit off the tree and come up here, but people just sometimes, some of my friends do this, they climb up onto the leaves and then jump up to here. As long as you get up here without falling, you did the jump right. Then more hoverboards. Ooh. The next level, level 6, is a bit crazy, but it's kinda known as the rope level a tiny bit. Because, well, it's technically not the first one to have ropes in it. It's technically the first one to be a small bit dependent on them. Now, what am I saying? I'm just saying that level 6 has ropes. Yeah. How original, I know. I'm kidding. Here's a really nice skip if you don't want to deal with these evil things. You can just jump right to this rope. From there, it's easy. Well, I'm not gonna say fully easy, but it's doable. And then up here, you're gonna have to use some brain power. Because here, there's a big fat board here that says, remember the color of the pillows. It's referring to these. Now, I've done this map so many times during playtesting. I know the pillow order like crazy. Also, new checkpoint. Oh wait, I forgot to do that one down there too. I'll do both. Any other checkpoints that I missed? No? Okay. So that is level 7. So 5 and 6 are the checkpoints I forgot to do. Wait, can I just do this? Here's proof that 5 works. And here is 6. Okay, let's start going again. Level 7 is known as the laser level. For 2 reasons. 1, it's got lasers. And 2, it's got lasers. Also, if you're wondering, if you do try to cheat like this, you'll get sent back. So, if you touch it with your hands, you get sent back. If you touch it with with the rest of your body, you get sent back. So, the moral of the story is don't touch lasers unless you want to get sent back to the checkpoint. Now, granted, these are fairly easy, especially the first, like, 2. And if you just get into, like, a good rhythm here, you can just jump over them. Out here, just got some lasers, like that. And then you have the pink maze. No, you cannot cheat. There's a barrier at the top. So no cheating. I'm gonna end this clip before continuing though. Okay, let's continue. Sorry about that. The camera runs out of time, and by runs out of time, I mean there's a certain time limit before my headset stops exporting videos. For some reason, and 10 minutes is about that limit, so I have to stop at like 9 minutes. And now the next level, level 8. But first, we gotta do the good old next checkpoint. And now we can continue. Now this one may be a tiny bit difficult for some players. Me included. And I'm the creator. But don't worry. Once you get the hang of it, you get the hang of it really well. So, right here, you want to jump and pinch climb. This is why I made this street pole where it is. That way, if you kind of miss, you still have a little while to grab onto it before you fall all the way down. Now, here is where things get a bit weird because it's slanted for some reason. And there's no way to fix this without breaking everything. So this is why there's a board here that says just note some options that may be outside the skybox. Also, I gotta do it here too, if you try to cheat. Just like the lasers. Because the thing about the lasers is what I mean by trying to cheat is because before I added the hand thing to the lasers, you could just put your hand in them and walk right over them. Especially if you had long arms. And I was like, I don't like that very much. I want players to actually work for it. So I kinda just did that. And here players were putting their hand down, see if the platform physically existed, which is also a big no-no. So now, when you try to cheat here, or try to like get the answers, whatever you want to call it, you'll just auto get teleported back. And plus, if you chose the wrong path anyway, it would still fall through there. And there's teleport down there. Also, I'm still thinking about it, but as of right now, no, these paths will never change answers. As far as I'm thinking. But don't worry. Oops. Now here we have the hoverboard maze. Kinda why level 8 is known as the maze level. It's because there's a giant maze. Now obviously the other maze existed, but this one's giant. So big that hoverboards have to be included, and so complicated that there is this. And if you don't turn this on, trust me, you might get lost, but don't worry if you get lost like I have. I've gotten lost in here so many times. But if you do get lost, there are other buttons that will activate once you press them that'll point you to the exit. But yeah, bam. And then you turn it back off. I don't need it anymore. Trust me, I kinda needed it pretty badly when I first added it. But not anymore. Now I've gotten kinda better at my own maze. Don't worry about that, that's for later. But you kinda get a nice preview of level 10 when going through my little maze. So nice on y'all if y'all look up. And then you just climb these. Now it's pretty sad if someone fell like right here. We also got to do level 9's checkpoint now. Well, technically level 8's. Yeah, level 8. It does work. And level 9 has this overly built circuit board that I modeled. Now here you just got some random platforms and then have this thing. I kind of added this as like a little experiment for a different thing I'm doing. And I just kept it here because it's kind of cool. And then we just continue jumping. Here, I need to check my camera time, okay. I just remembered to check my camera. Now, a lot of these jumps you can skip relatively easily, like that one. Now, here at the end, a lot of players do get tripped up, but it's done like this, because if not, it's not completable, but the leaves don't exist. As you can see, they don't exist. You kind of just jump right through. It's really easy. But yeah, the leaves don't exist. So let that be in the back of your head at the end of level 9 that the trees' leaves are not real. And now we have level 10, which is obviously the circuit board level. And we're jumping across silver trees. Also, if you're wondering, yes, these are textured. This is actually a silver textured tree. Same with the leaves. Some people may say that is definitely untextured, and I kinda see where people would take that from, but trust me, it's just a stretched out circuit board texture that makes the tree look silver. And same with that light pole down there. And then we have circuit men. Snowmen. But they're made of circuit boards, okay? And you just jump across these. And you have a nice view of the maze you just went through. And then you have this. I call it the circuit crystal, because it's a crystal and a circuit board. Oops. This jump is a bit difficult, but easy to make. And then here at the end of level 10, you have the end of the Only Up as of now. See, the project will be very long lasting, and I will be adding more levels over time. The end point will be 50. So, that's... because 50 seems like... look how high up we are at 10. And then I just duplicate this, in theory. I just redo this 4 more times. And by redo this, I mean build levels out of nothing. I don't mean like create the same level over and over. No. Also, I don't know why I pulled out my camera. I was about to do the outro, but yes, this does work. Also, if you're wondering, oh, what if I fall out and I'm outside Skybox? Don't worry at all. And I would just say, oh, just teleport to Virtual Sun, but if you don't know how to do that, or don't want to, or just want to see what happens, here's what happens. You'll fall, you'll fall, you'll fall. You'll eventually hit the map boundary and then be teleported back. Like that. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. And try out this map. I really hope it gets into Gorilla Tag for everyone to see and everyone to enjoy as me and my team builds on it over time. There will be more projects, my goodness, I can't speak today. There'll be more projects like this in the future for Gorilla Tag that I'm going to be making. I already have a couple more underway. Tell me, what do you think about this map? And again, go to my Discord for ideas. And if there's any bugs, tell me in the Discord. Also, just to be known, the music being loud is not a bug. That's just normal. So, I'm just saying that some people might think the music being ungodly loud is a bug. It's not intentional, but I can't change it. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Try out the map. And most importantly, don't forget to have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.